Yo, 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 mother frickin' yo. Hello. Excuse me for like the zoomed in. I forgot my other lens at home. I'm already outside. And while I was outside, my boyfriend gonna make a video. But besides the point, hello, good morning, good evening, or good night to whoever's watching this at that moment. Just to start the video off, bro. Be the fool. Be the fool. For the longest time, I always questioned, do I want to be the fool or not, or if I'm the fool or not. And people associate foolishness and being a fool as in being stupid or like unwise or silly or something as the such. You feel me? But there's one thing I'm really liking right now. Is not right now, but one thing I've already been infatuated with is the archetypes of people and character. You feel me? Like the hero, the wounded hero, the healer, the wounded healer, the knight, Lilith, the fool, and so on and so forth. You feel me? And it's been an internal battle tugging which way of being the fool. And I say be the fool because I feel like the fool is the most courageous, you know. But it's also blind. It's blind bravery, you know. They don't do it out of, they don't do it because they think they're being brave. They're doing it just because they want to, you know. The fool is the only one that would jump off the cliff. You feel me? The fool is the only one that would take that first step, no matter what the situation is. The fool will do it, you know. And I guess I say be the fool as in that aspect, you know. Don't second guess yourself, bro. Unless it's really something you need to be second guessing. Unless it's something like a business decision, bro. Don't second guess yourself, bro. Act on that first thought. Act because you simply want to do it. Because the fool, he doesn't think about it. The fool pays no mind to it. The fool does it because he wants to. He doesn't second guess his actions. He acts on impulse, you know. And I say that to the people who's always in their head. Who's always second guessing themselves, you know. You're not gonna get nowhere second guessing yourself. And I said that before in another video, you know. Be the fool, bro. Be the fool. Cause the fool's the only nigga that gonna get something done, bro. Be the fool. But I got on my notes app, bro. I've been stacking stuff in my notes app for like the past week. So we're gonna read down the list, bro. Okay. We're gonna go with boom. You get lost in emotion because you're moving too fast, bro. I realize that whenever a problem comes up, I get so immersed in it. I get immersed in that problem because I'm thinking about it so fast paced. I'm thinking about it like the problem gotta get solved by the end of tonight. You feel me? I get so consumed by my issues that it messes up my entire mood. It brings out some parts of me that affect people negatively, people that I love. It affects me negatively. It consumes my mind. I can't do nothing. I get stubborn. Not stubborn. I get stuck. I get frustrated. I get lost. I feel afraid, you know? And that's because I'm not slowing things down. And it goes in the same thing with simple instant gratification, doom scrolling, corn, etc., etc. You feel me? But that's a whole different thing. But yes, bro, you get lost, and I think that's what the meaning of getting lost in the sauce is, bro. You moving so fast in the atmosphere you're in that you don't really know what's going on. You can't really take a time and self-reflect. That's what happens when you move too fast. You don't really know what you did. And that idea came to me when I was like, it was like somebody boxing or something. I was watching something like MMA or boxing. And I remember how you gotta really gotta slow it down. So it's like it gets instinctual, you know. You slow it down so you know what you're doing. It's the same thing when I go BMXing, bro. I gotta do it slow so I'm able to do it fast. You feel me? Nope, the wind's blowing. I don't know if y'all can hear me. The wind's blowing, but you gotta slow it down, man. If you really want to know what you're doing. And it's another thing with clarity, bro. If you want to have clarity, bro, slow it down, bro. Really analyze and self-reflect. Draw back, you know. Slow it down, bro. If you're doing some physical activity, bro, do it slow. You don't gotta rush it. No, it wasn't MMA and boxing. A guy, he was teaching me how to skate, and I remember what he said. He told me to slow down. You don't gotta do it fast, bro. Slow it down. Slow it down. You don't gotta do it fast, bro. With my water, man, my water bottle in the car. Do it slow. Do it slow, bro. You're not gonna lose nothing if you go about it. You're not gonna lose nothing if you move too slow. You're not gonna lose nothing. Take your time, bro. Don't get lost in the sauce. Cause a lot of people, bro, they get fucked up by getting lost in the sauce, bro. Don't get lost in the sauce. Slow things down, bro. Slow it down. Nothing's gonna hurt if you slow it down. Promise you. Promise you. Viltrumites. I say that. Oh no. Boom. Now I'm not gonna talk about that. Viltrumites. It was about like how you gotta, like, in order, like, especially with doing physical activities, bro, every motion is controlled, you know. You're not doing things out of random. If you're doing something physical that's like a sport or just working out, bro, you gotta have control of that weight, bro. You gotta have control. If you, there's a car pulling up. But if you don't have control, bro, you're fucked. You gotta have control of everything. Nothing's random when it comes to your bodily activities, bro. You can't just do it unless you did it so much that it's instinctual. But like Viltrumites, bro, they got control of every muscle in their body. They can control every muscle in their body. Every muscle. And that's so damn cool. Cause it's similar to how humans, like, I be looking at people BMXing. It's not random, bro. It's never random. These aren't just random moves that they doing. There's intentional ways they spin that bike. Intentional ways on how they push down the pedals. You feel me? Be like a Viltrumite, bro. Not on the concrete and shit, but be like a Viltrumite, bro. Be like a Viltrumite. Not no, what you call it, bro? Race superiority, bro. Don't do that. But be like a Viltrumite. Flip the narrative, bro. Flip the narrative. Hold up. Flip the narrative. You gotta flip the narrative, bro. Flip the narrative on top of his fucking head. Let me check. No, I don't gotta check the time. But flip the narrative, bro. And I mean that as in change your perspective. Change the way you're looking at things. Cause it was a thing I was realizing, like, and it goes to another thing with slowing things down, bro. And once you slow it down and really think about it, you flip the narrative on its head, bro, you can change so much about your output in life, your outlook in life. You can change so much just by simply flipping the narrative. Like, let me think about something, bro. Like, yeah, I don't know, bro. It goes into my specific situation. Don't want to talk about that? Yeah, let's do it, bro. So, boom. Me, I'm over here missing a past lover, right? Missing a past lover, right? And I felt so bad. But I left a person before. I've left that same person before, and I felt so good during that time, you feel me? And so I had to think back, like, the only reason I'm not feeling good right now is because I'm not doing good. Back in that time, the first time, I was doing good when I left. I was doing so good. But now that I'm treating myself poorly, I feel so bad, and I'm yearning so bad, and I miss them so bad, you feel me? Which is so true, but it would not have been so much. It wasn't the same amount the first time, bro. And that's only because I feel as though I'm doing so bad, and I'm treating myself so poorly. I had to flip the narrative, bro. I had to flip that narrative. Flip the narrative, bro. Change your perspective, bro. It's all about perspective. My homie, he told me to a thing like this. Put your hands like this, bro, and look in one direction. Right now, I'm looking at my car. I change over here. I'm looking at the river and trees and stuff. I go over here. I'm just looking at a tree. You know, this is my whole world right here. This is all I know right here. I'm looking at this tree. Boom, over here. I'm looking at my car again. This is the only thing I know right now. Boom, over here. I'm like, bro, it's so simple once you simply just change your mind and change, not your mind. It's so simple when you just change that narrative, my nigga. Change that narrative. Change your perspective, bro. Flip it. Write it a different way. That's why. Hold that thought. I don't even know what time I'm on. I don't know what time I'm on. We're gonna go until it stops. Do I stop it right now? I'm so scared of it cutting out, bro. Hold up. Okay, we just restart. We just started and restarted again. 'Cause I get scared. I don't want to. I don't want to keep on talking when it doesn't record. So boom, what was I talking about? Flipping the narrative. You gotta change your perspective. Oh, storytelling, bro. That's why I love stories so much, bro. Cause it's like it's their narrative. They can flip it, turn it, throw it around, toss it. Like they can do so much to it just to simply change the story. They write a whole story from that one narrative, and they could take that one narrative and put it into a different character's perspective and put it like that, bro. It's like 1,000 different ways they can handle it, and that's so cool. And that's so cool. Flip the narrative. Flip the narrative. It goes back to wanting to know everybody on an individual level. I discussed it before. I wrote down in my notes. It was drawings that my coworker had done. It was of his shadow aspect of himself, or he described it of it being like a shadow, and he told me how his shadow was somebody who wants to be. I don't think he really knows what the term shadow is, but I guess it's inside, bro. That's something he's want to be, bro. This is inner child doing whatever he wants. This is shadow aspect. Well, yeah, bro. Yeah. Hey, that's your shadow, bro. Yes. 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 The parts of yourself you restrict or are limited. He wants to be full. He wants to be free on every aspect. He wants to do what he wants. He wants to live life freely with no restrictions outside of a box. And I wrote that down because it just meant so much to me, bro. To learn somebody's side of themselves like that. To learn that somebody as simple as George. He's not simple. Not to call George simple. Not to call George simple. But somebody like George, as a random Joe, can have so much depth to their character like that, you know? I want to know everybody on an individual aspect, bro. And that's why I say I gotta be the fool. I gotta be the fool, bro. I gotta be the fool. Also, I said this before, not on this channel, but just to myself a long time ago. Kill the boy. A quote from Game of Thrones. Kill the boy. You gotta kill the boy if you want to change, bro. You gotta kill the boy. The full quote is, kill the boy and let the man be born. Because I feel as though, because the boy, bro, he's somebody who sits in comfort. He's somebody that does the easiest thing. He acts on impulse without. It goes back to being the fool, bro. He acts on impulse with no thought. He just acts what he does and doesn't give a damn about how it does. And that's not a good thing. You should be caring about your actions. You should be caring about your responsibilities and how they affect other people. Especially in this world we live in, bro. That's who the boy is. And for a long time, bro. And a boy is somebody who doesn't understand. A boy is somebody who runs away from responsibility. The boy is somebody who doesn't take accountability, who refuses to look inward and refuses to look at the people around them and how they feel. That's the boy. That's the boy. And so that's why I say you gotta kill the boy, bro. Kill the boy and let the man be born. I'm thinking about leaving my mother's house soon. I always told myself back in the day, like a year or so ago, maybe not even a year ago, like 6 months ago for real, I said I probably won't leave my mama's house till I'm like 20, 21 because of the economy and shit. But like, bro, I can't, bro. I feel as though I need some responsibility on me, bro. I need something that I can take care of. And I also need solitude. Heavy on the solitude. I also need solitude. But also I need more responsibilities. I need something that's going to give me a sense of like, it's going to put some weight on my shoulders, bro. I need something that's going to forge me into a diamond. Pressure. I have a lot of quotes written down in my notebook. I also got to write these down on my phone. My notebook's just not on me. So I'm probably going to do that sooner or later, ones that's in my notebook. But I need to let the man be born and kill the boy. That's the only way I'm going to grow. Is apply pressure to what it is. That's really what it is, like being a man. You feel me? That's really what it is, being a man. Being somebody who's like Because a man is somebody who takes care of his responsibilities and takes accountability and is willing to admit his mistakes and atone for them. You know? I think that's what a man is. Shout out Endeavor. I think that's what a man is. And not that I need to atone for my mistakes, but I gotta live up to my responsibilities and purpose. Is what I need to do. So I gotta kill the boy, bro. I've been needing to kill the boy for a long while. And probably gonna have to, I'm only 19 though. I'm only 19. So who knows? Who knows? Kill the boy. I was watching the Val video. A Val on YouTube. VAL. I was watching a Val video. And she was talking about purpose. She was talking about purpose. And here's what it said. Hold up. No, it was I'm just gonna read the quote, goddammit. I'm just gonna read the quote. It's from a Val video though. I got the idea from there. You can't get too comfortable. Remember Dale? Y'all don't know who Dale is unless you y'all don't know who Dale is. But Dale, he's a Walking Dead character. He's a Walking Dead character. And in the books, he got bit. He got bit. Only because he got too comfortable. He thought shit was sweet. He thought he wasn't surrounded by death. He only got comfortable because by this time they're living in the prison. And once he was bit, they was living in the prison and that made him comfortable. He felt so safe. He felt so secure that he forgot the danger outside the walls. So he got bit. And that's just a thing of like, you can't get too comfortable, bro. Because me and my homie was talking about it the other day, yesterday. And it was like, talking about how when he had his own apartment, how once rent was paid off, he felt like everything was okay. He felt like there's nothing else to do once rent was paid off. And once you get too comfortable, it kills you, bro. Comfortability is what kills you. It kills you. That will kill Dale. It kills you. You start to think that there's nothing to worry about. You start to think that everything's all sorted out when it's really not. You start to forget that there are things to do. You get stagnant. You don't want nothing else because you feel as though you already got it lived up over here. And that what kills you. When people stop reaching for that apple, bro, they starve to death. When people start reaching for that apple, they starve to death. Always continue to reach for that damn apple. You gotta chase something, bro. It goes back to Attack on Titan. Nah, it isn't what that about. Never mind, it isn't what that about. But you gotta chase something. Level up in some way. Always have a next goal. Because the thing about humans, bro, we can't just settle. We always have to reach for something higher than us. Always. Well, not higher than us. Reach for something higher than what we achieve. You always got to. Always, man. And really only always got to do it. Because, hold up, bro. This nigga distracted me. Niggas doing loops and shit around here. Hold on, let me think, bro. You always got to reach for something. Because it's in our innate nature. It's to our detriment, of course. But if you don't reach for nothing, then what are you doing? I feel like that's not how you achieve, bro. I forgot what I was going to say, bro. Fuck. That nigga distracted me. But he's stopping me there right now. I'm looking at the car. But just know, bro, don't get too comfortable. It will kill you. Don't get too comfortable. And even when you think you're comfortable, even when you think there's nothing left to do, there's something inside of you that yearns for more. It's like a sense of pressure. That's what Val was talking about, bro. It's like a sense of pressure inside of you when you stop reaching for something, when you start procrastinating, start ignoring, it's something inside you that feels so unsettled. It's like, I don't know, bro. It feels so empty sometimes, bro. So that's why you gotta not get comfortable. Be okay with having pressure on your shoulders, weight on your shoulders, having something to kind of be scared of doing, Have something that you're scared of doing, bro. Because once you get too comfortable, it's over, bro. It's raps, my nigga. It's raps when you get too comfortable. I think this is gonna be the last one. I'm gonna get out of here. learn from the media you watch. I feel like that's the best way I grow and learn my lessons, bro. From the media I watch or read, or any type of media. From the books I read, from the shows I watch, from the movies I watch. But that's another from the art I see, bro. I learn from the different type of media I watch. Because what that media is a different aspect of the human life. And you can that human aspect is the same thing that's what's inside of you. You feel me? You can find common ground with that human aspect, bro. Attack on Titan, My Hero Academia, The Alchemist, Game of Thrones, shit, bro. I don't even know, bro. Just learn from the media you watch. I understand binging. I understand things like that. I understand that. But the media you watch, there's lessons instilled in it, bro. There's lessons you can pull from it and adapt it to your own, bro. My Hero Academia, Plus Ultra, bro. Plus Ultra, don't give up. Don't give up. You cannot give up. You cannot give up. Do not give up. You can't. Always go harder. Always train like you. Train hard as fuck, bro. Put your all into this. And when I leave here, bro, I had school today, my nigga. I had school today. I tried to read this shit. I went to my bike, bro. I went to the skate park. After this, I'm going back to the library to go read my book. Because I'm not done. I'm flipping the narrative of my life, bro. I'm flipping the narrative. I'm not going back to my old ways, bro. I'm flipping the narrative. So, I'm flipping the narrative. I think that's all for it, though. I can't lie. There's nothing else on here that I want to say, bro. Nah, I think, yeah.